Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, this was the first season of the Great Loop. I got to get them caught up because we're going to start back. Hey guys, in this episode, we get underway from the free docks at Jacksonville, start making our way north in this last section of Florida. We make our way up to Fernandina Beach, do a little exploring there, and in this section, I'll show you from the land to places that where you can dock. We do some shipwreck exploring, and I'll show you a good place to anchor while trying to avoid the storms. Guys, my analytics tell me that 50% of you are not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button and also that like button. Well, today's a move on day. We leave Jacksonville. It's been a great stay here. Beautiful place. It's time to move on. Met a lot of friends here. Had a good time. It's been a good time here. Nice dock. I'm gonna list it on the website. So yeah, get a chance, stop here. The dock's free. It's a nice place to stay. But upward and onward, got no adventures ahead of us. Let's check it out. All right, just pulled away from the dock. Guys, stick around. I'm gonna show you what we got done today on the Great Loop. We made it from Jacksonville up to Fernandina Beach. We stayed there a night and then moving on to Cumberland Island. To me, it's the best stop on the Great Loop. All right, so we left from Jacksonville right here. We were on the free dock right here, and we started making our way north. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty easy run. It's pretty narrow, and it's easy to work yourself up through here. All right. In here, you want to be aware of the tides because it may hurt you or help you. So depending on which way you're going, but we kept making our way up in Million City, and then kept going up, and then into Fernandina Beach. We stayed right here inside of Fort Clinch. I'm going to show you some video of that. And then the next day, we crossed the Florida-Georgia line. What a big milestone that was. And coming into Cumberland Island. Guys, Cumberland Island is a must-see stop on the Great Loop. Stick around and you're going to see what I'm talking about. You know, it's pretty cool making these videos. I can remember this section here of the ICW. Make sure you give yourself time so you can stop at some of these places. We have along the trip up to this point, because in Florida, you're going to notice a lot of sandy beach areas. Man, when you start getting into Georgia, it changes to mud, and there's not a ton of places to stop and get out. This is going to probably increase our distance. This is all these windy areas. Watch this 719. Probably going to go up. We're actually heading away from where we need to go. Just about heading away. Guys, I can tell you about Georgia. It hadn't even got going really bad yet. But as much of Georgia that you can miss, short of the Cumberland Island, Going offshore, you would be better off. It is the most windy place that I've been on the loop yet. Just to make a turn around this corner, but we need to go over there. But hey, we're making way, I guess. So this is a little time lapse here of coming into Fernandina Beach. It'll be up here on your right. This is a big milestone. Coming into Fernandina, that's a little town right off there. Here's a decent little anchorage. Probably can't see, but on the other side of like that fourth boat is the yellow markers, and there's a mooring field there if you wanted to get on a mooring ball. But these boats are just anchored closest to us. Fernandina, I came here by car the other day. Fernandina is a nice little city to walk around in. You just sort of kind of see it. It's got a nice little uptown area. It's worth a stop if you hadn't seen it. I've seen it. Been there a couple times. This is the city dock coming up, and then of course the city mooring field. So plenty of places to anchor though outside of it. No problems at all. If you had a blow coming through, probably not would be the best, but you do have grass and all to protect you, so at least the waves wouldn't build up. If it was a big time blow, it might be a little nerve-wracking. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. That shrimp boat's called the Simple Man. That's a paper mill behind us. I believe that's probably another one right over there off in the distance. I would say there's plenty of room at the city dock for those that want to stay overnight. And if there's a dinghy dock there, if you stayed in the mooring field, you can just, it's $4 a day. We're gonna work on down. So this is the inlet. We're going to work on right down to here, which is, I've spotted this. There's a public boat ramp right about there, and that's Fort Clinch State Park. That's the boat ramp right there, and that's all Fort Clinch State Park. So there's not too much there. We could always anchor over here if need be. So we're going to check it out and see what the best place is. For those new to the channel, on this leg of the trip, I had the truck with us almost the entire time. It's not going to happen on the next leg though. Well, doing a little recon in Fernandina Beach. Seeing where we're going to come in, what we're looking at. Had some people said different places to try to eat, whatever, but I'm more interested in like looking at the waterways, where we're going to be able to dock, what have you. I guess this might be the city marina. It's pretty nice to be able to drive up and check stuff out like this, kind of give you, before we come up on it, what we're dealing with. So it's pretty cool. Mooring field. It's going to be good holding. That's nice. So for new subscribers, it's probably a bit confusing, but we had subscribers helping us move my truck. We would go 50, 100 miles and then put it out there, and then somebody would pick me up. I'd leave the boat on the hook or at the dock, and then we would go back, get the truck, and drive it to the next place. It was very helpful. That's how we fueled a lot. But also I did this to get video from landside, because most people don't have that ability. Hey dock, $4 dinghy dock, check with dock master. 3 hours. So guys, as you can see, if need be, this is that boat ramp I told you about earlier, just outside of Fort Clinch. We would end up dropping the anchor straight out in front of this. This is the next day, and when the camera pans up, that is Fort Clinch, where you just saw the video from. So we ended up anchoring there and then went for a little excursion on the beach. How long's it been here? Yeah. Still a lot of good stuff on there, surprising.
They cleaned it up.
There's so many coming down. There's so many in the water, it's crazy.
Where are you from?
Originally from Tampa. We're doing the loop.
Tampa, what now?
I say we're from Tampa.
Yeah.
And we're doing the loop, Great Loop.
What is that, man?
6,000 mile journey up the East Coast, up in the Great Lakes, Mississippi, down around Florida. You know, exploring and meeting people is one of my favorite things doing on the loop. After that, did a little bit more exploring and then headed back to Good Times for the night. Looks like we'll get wet, but it doesn't appear to be any craziness as far as winds. So we're gonna keep trying to make it towards the end of Cumberland Island. Cumberland Island, the end of it is right here. That's the Sound. We want to turn and go up the Sound. We're gonna get over here to this is Jekyll Island, get up in that. We may end up traveling, looks like, a little bit at night, but as soon as we make that turn with this tide coming in, we should just fly up the bay. We should run like 8 to 10. That'll be good. Well, the sun's coming out. It's looking like a pretty day. That right there is the island. There's the dock we're going to go to. That right there is Cumberland Island. There's the dock we're going to go to right over there. Party and the dogs are going to do a little walkabout. See what we can see. Alright guys, that's going to end up this video. Y'all come on back next time. We're going to check out Cumberland Island. As I told you, it's one of my must-see places on the Great Loop. This place really is pretty magical. And we spent a few days there. So I'm going to dedicate a whole video to that.